Hi Teddies, welcome to the Hilda Bear Club, the ultimate club for girly nerds and boys, a place for all things fun. I'm Hilda, and today's video is very special to me because I grew up playing the NES with my brothers and sisters, and it's how we spent time together, and they are some of my favorite memories. Sitting on the floor, laughing, and just having a really good time. There's just something so special about playing games with loved ones, and now I get to make those memories with Andrew. When we first started dating, we used to go out on these Pokemon dates where we go to the park and play Pokemon on our Nintendo DS's. Those are some of my favorite memories with him, catching Pokemon, battling, and enjoying each other's company. It's those little moments that mean so much. So today I'm sharing the best games I played with my friends, my family, with Andrew, and they are perfect for bringing people together, making you laugh, and also bringing out your competitive side, and they'll create moments you'll remember forever. So let's jump into it. If you've ever played the Neo Geo or grew up in the 90s, then this game will take you down memory lane. Metal Slug. This game is a classic. It's unforgettable, and if you play it, you'll understand why. It's an arcade run-and-gun game where you're fighting through waves of enemies, and it's non-stop action from the second you start. The pixel art is so cool, and the weapons are just insane. You've got rocket launchers, flame shots, grenades, and all these ridiculous power-ups that make you feel completely unstoppable. And the true magic happens when you play with someone in co-op mode. That's when the whole experience gets so much better. You're strategizing, covering each other, taking down tanks and helicopters, and when you find your rhythm, it's incredibly satisfying. My cousin introduced me to this game when I was in middle school, and I was immediately hooked. There's just something so incredibly addicting about it, and it's truly a masterpiece. What if I told you there's a game where you can be a knight, rescue princesses, fight a giant corn monster, and then literally fight your friends over who gets to kiss the princess at the end? That's Castle Crashers Remastered, and it's as ridiculous and fun as it sounds. It's a beat 'em up with this charming hand-drawn art style, and the humor is so unhinged. You're bashing enemies, leveling up your character, unlocking new weapons, and animal companions, and it's just a blast from start to finish. The co-op is where this game really shines. You can play with up to 4 people locally, and it's so chaotic but very fun. You're all on screen together, fighting through hordes of enemies, reviving each other, which, by the way, is one of my absolute favorite parts of the game. You're also competing for loot, and at the end, you fight over the princess, which is hilarious. I played this with my brother and Andrew, and we always have a blast. I'm literally strolling down memory lane with this next one, and if you've ever played it on Sega, then you're most likely feeling an immense wave of nostalgia come over you right now. Streets of Rage 4 is a beat 'em up where you're fighting through the streets to take down a crime syndicate. And the combat is what I love about this game. You're chaining combos, using special moves, and timing everything just right. The music is energizing, and it makes every fight feel so cool. And the best part, you can play with up to 4 people in co-op, and honestly, playing with others makes it that much funner. And if you've never heard of this game before, it was originally released on Sega, and this ported version is a revitalization of the classic game. And in Japan, it was called Bare Knuckle, which sounds so much cooler. I just remember playing for hours with all of my brothers and sisters trying to beat it, and when I heard it was coming to the Switch, I was ecstatic. Let's continue the ride on the nostalgic train and jump into a game that will make you feel like a kid again. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Shredder's Revenge, another classic beat-em-up style game. Very similar gameplay and energy as Streets of Rage, and in this one, you're bashing your way through waves of Foot Clan enemies with your favorite turtle, each with his own skills and moves. The soundtrack has that classic 80s vibe that instantly takes you back, and you can play with up to 6 people, which is so wild. The teamwork aspect is where it really gets good. You're constantly talking to each other about who needs the help, who should grab the power-up, strategizing together to keep progressing. I'm currently playing this with Andrew, and every session turns into this fun experience where we're just having the best time and also cramping our hands from all the button smashing. Okay, this next one is completely different from everything I've mentioned so far, and that's what makes it so fun. WarioWare Get It Together is all about these super quick mini games called micro games that last literally just a few seconds each. You don't even have time to think, you just react. 1 second you're picking a nose, then next you're assembling a robot, and then suddenly you're folding laundry. It's completely random and absolutely hilarious. Each character has a different way of interacting with the game. Some fly, some shoot, some dash, so you're constantly adapting on the fly. What makes this even funner is when you play with a friend and you have to figure out what you're supposed to do in real time. It's hectic and silly, and it always ends with everyone laughing because someone messed up or you're panicking because you don't know what to do. It's pure fun, and whether you play for 20 minutes or 2 hours, you're guaranteed a good time. If you love games that test you and you don't mind a challenge, then you'll love playing Cuphead. This game came straight out of a 1930s cartoon, and it's absolutely stunning. Each character is so expressive and charming. I absolutely love this art style. But don't let the cute aesthetic fool you. This game is really hard. It's a run and gun action game where you're fighting through levels and intense boss battles, and every fight requires precision, timing, and a lot of patience. What makes it more manageable and way more fun is playing with a friend. Having someone there to revive you when you go down, or help draw fire from enemies, or just to share in the struggle makes the difficulty feel less overwhelming. And when you finally beat that boss you've been stuck on, it's the most satisfying feeling ever. The jazzy soundtrack is incredible too. It perfectly matches the vibe and makes it feel so cinematic. So if you're looking for a fun thrill, then make sure to play this one. If you've been gaming for a while, then you know I couldn't make this list without adding Marvel vs. Capcom. This game is a classic, and the Fighting Collection version on the Switch is awesome because it brings together all my favorite heavy hitters like X-Men vs. Street Fighter, Marvel vs. Street Fighter, and the original Marvel vs. Capcom. All these games that define the crossover fighting game genre. The gameplay is so fun, it's fast, flashy, and over the top, with crazy special moves and a tag team mechanic that lets you switch between characters mid-fight. It's just perfect for multiplayer. Whenever me and Andrew go to the arcade, this is literally the first game we play because it brings out the competitive side of us. Plus, we love all the Marvel characters, so this mashup is super cool, and the energy of these games is just infectious. If you love soccer, or even if you don't, Mario Strikers Battle League is an absolute blast. This is soccer but with a Mario twist, and it's pretty wild. You're playing 5-on-5 matches with your favorite Mario characters, and you can tackle opponents, use items to mess with the other team, and pull off these insane hyper strikes that are like super moves. About 2 or 3 years ago, I was on a work trip, and when I came back home, Andrew surprised me by putting this game on my desk. He knew I wanted it because it looked so awesome, and he went out and bought it for me, which was so sweet. And then we played it, and oh my god, I sucked at it like really bad. But even though I wasn't good at all and it was challenging, I had such a fun time playing. It's entertaining no matter your skill level, and you already know, any Mario sports game is top notch. Okay, I saved the absolute best games for last. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. These are the holy grail of games you can play with friends. They are perfection. You'll never get tired of them. I actually never do. After playing so many of these series over the years, from GameCube to Wii U to now the Switch, they're continuously top rated, and there's a reason for that. My favorite part of Smash Bros. Is not only the depth of characters you can choose from, but how unique each character's fighting style is and their special moves. You can experiment with different combos and characters, and that's what makes it so fun. Plus, the competition can get fierce, and that elevates the whole experience. And for Mario Kart, it's the same. Lots of characters to choose from, different kart builds, and the tracks are so fun. Me and Andrew get so competitive playing this game. I've also played it with my family, with pretty much anyone who is game to play. It's such an easy game to jump into. If I was to recommend any game to play with friends, it's Mario Kart 100%. And only because the gameplay and mechanics are really easy to learn, so any person, even someone who doesn't game frequently, can easily jump in and play at get-togethers or parties. It's honestly perfect for anyone. Wow, all these games just overwhelm me with so many fun memories playing with my loved ones. I have all of my physical copies here, and of course I do have some digital ones that I own as well. And I hope that it inspires you to pick up the controller and create those same moments with the people you care about. So I want to know, which games are you most excited to play with your friends? Or are there any games that I didn't mention that should be on this list? Please comment them down below. I'd love to hear from you. And if you enjoy content like this, then I welcome you to be a part of the Hilda Bear Club by subscribing and becoming a Teddy member. We do lots of fun things here on this channel. We are a small but mighty community of other girly nerds and boys who love gaming, Disney, reading books, collecting comics, and so many other nerdy hobbies. And I'd love for you to be a part of it. So come join us, and I'll see you next time. Bye!